Hello everyone, and welcome to this quick little video because I was recently watching a video by Azumavoid where he was on Hermitcraft with Keralis and Mumbo Jumbo in the Nether, and he stated that the pigmen will never cease to be angry. Now, this runs a little bit counter to my previous experience when I was doing Nether Expedition ages back. So I posted in the comments that they will eventually stop being angry, but after a very long period, and he disputed this. So I went back and I watched his myth-busting episode, and I thought I would run a quick little test to see if this had changed, because that episode was released in December of 2012, and quite a lot of things have changed since then. So, here we have two little sort of test boxes, each of them with exactly 20 zombie pigmen, and a human assailant. So on the left-hand side here, the assailant has actually punched the pigmen. You can see they're all crowding around him. And on the right-hand side, the assailant has remained perfectly peaceful and happy. So this would be our control, and this is what we are waiting to see if it will stabilize. But having looked into the code, I should know it's been almost an hour now that they've been angry at him. Having looked into the code, things have changed slightly for the zombie pigmen since Izuma's video came out for myth-busting this. And previously, they had a system which had some code that was meant to make them eventually chill out, cool off, whatever you want to call it, but it just wasn't ever being used. Now, it's actually changed slightly, so let me explain a little bit how it works. The pigmen have a private variable, which is an integer called anger level. Now, whenever they take damage, they have a function called become angry at, which sets their anger level value to 400 plus a value up to a 400, so it's between 400 and about 800. And then they have another function which is called find player to attack, and that is it's a slight rewrite of the super function which applies to all mobs, and that is based on anger level. So if their anger level is 0, then they don't look for anyone to attack. But if it's greater than 0, that is to say, if it's at its 400 or higher rate, then they call the super function and they try to find someone to attack. There isn't any code anywhere anymore that actually changes the anger level to be anything but 400 or higher. And there's no like reference to anger level outside of the Entity Pig Zombie code, and even if there was, it wouldn't be able to access it because it's a private variable. So what this means is that the pigmen are presently using an integer value to represent a boolean state that once it's set to true never changes. This is quite odd, and I'm not quite sure why it's the case now. But anyways, this was mostly done because I wanted to verify if a previous test result was still valid, that is to say whether Izuma's myth-busting video is still producing more or less the right result, and the answer is yes, but for slightly different reasons. So for future record, as of Minecraft version 14 week 17a, that is the snapshot, the most recent snapshot, pigmen do not ever stop being angry at you. However, you do have some solace, which is that the anger level does not factor into whether or not they despawn. So angry pigmen will eventually despawn, so you're better off just running, more or less. Or killing them all, but I would recommend running. But that's it for now. I just thought I'd run a quick little test on this, so I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of insight into the code of pig zombies and a little bit of the scientific method. And I shall catch you all next time.